Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Listen, on location, so to speak, on kind of off the grid this a week for a couple of days, needed a moment. And so, if we have some glitches, if we have some moments where you can't hear me so well, just stay right here. It'll come right back. I'm not worried about it. You just hang in here. Sometimes when it's a message you need, the enemy always tries to make sure it gets glitchy. Everything's been fine all day long, and then when it comes this time, we have to deal with it. So happy to have each of you with us on this afternoon. Thank you, my sunshine, for making sure that everyone feels welcome. Hi, Lady Clarice, Miss Lucy. Hey, Rhonda, good to see you. Hi, Miss Linda. Glad that you are here. Make sure I didn't miss anyone else in this list. Lady Clarice, wonderful to see you, of course. And pray that you will, like I said, hang in here even if something silly and glitchy happens. We're here. Hey, Miss Britt. Hey, Miss Ira Benson. Glad to have you here. Well, I love you all because you all are always going to be here to support me. And those folks who might see later or come in every now and then, I'm grateful for them too, but I'm especially grateful for those of you who have been with me from the beginning and those who picked up midway, but you have been great supporters, and I can't thank you enough for being here and making it worth my while to not have missed one Tuesday in over 6 years. And I'm grateful to God for that ability to hang in there come what may. So let's get to this. Today we want to talk about not putting you, but including you on your to-do. I thought about doing it as putting you on your to-do, but then that's something you can put on and take off. Put on and take off. But inclusion means that it's incorporated. Include you in your to-do. We all have these things that we're always compelled to do. Things that are must do, things that we should do, things that we're going to do. But often we lose us in the translation. Don't ever place yourself in a get back to you place. Don't ever place yourself in a when I get back around to you, when I circle back to you, then I'll deal with you. Leave you on your to-do. After all, God puts you on God's to-do. Every day when God wakes you, touches you with that finger of love, as we say, whenever God gets you ready to face a new day, you are on the to-do list for God. So how dare we tell God, that's okay, I'm not doing that today. We have to include us on our to-do list. That means, what is it that I stand in need of that I can handle? Yes, we trust God to handle all things, but God gives us wisdom. God gives us abilities. What is it that we're missing that God would have us to do for ourselves to make our walk greater, to make our lives more enhanced? What is it that's going to help us to do those things which God would have us to do? What is it that's going to help us do that? And we have to be still long enough to hear, to see, to know that God is speaking to us, even in those times when we want to say, I got too much to do to deal with me right now. I'll put me on the back burner. I'm going to put me in this compartment. And when I get back around to it, I'll deal with that. As my little niece would say, no. You got to keep yourself. You got to keep yourself in and on the to-do list of your life. Well, we've got a text today, and the text says, above all, guard your heart. From out of it, everything comes. Above all, guard your heart. And so as we guard our hearts, for everything we do flows from it, we got to guard our hearts, including taking care of us, making good decisions about what it is we need, so busy, we can't even think about what it is that we ingest. We reach for the thing that's going to kill hungry. But sometimes that's killing us. We fail to do the thing that's going to enhance our lives, to give us strength, all while we're trying to make sure everybody else is okay. We can't love our neighbor as ourselves and not love ourselves. It's an oxymoron. So my encouragement for us today is to include us on our to-do list. Include us. Include you on your to-do. Whatever that means for you. It may not be that you can take time away or stop doing everything. It may be an hour today and 2 hours tomorrow. It may be that you choose to cut things off and stop your day at 8 o'clock one day, and you just choose to get in the bed. It doesn't mean you go to sleep, but rest your body, rest your mind. The Wiz, the original, not the movie, one of the lines is, arrested body is arrested, one of the songs is, arrested body is arrested mind. So we've got to do the things that we must do to help ourselves be the best us we can be. And I know that's hard sometimes. I know it's difficult to get off the grid, to stop and to just put ourselves on pause from all the busyness that is our lives. Got to do this, got to do that, got to run here, got to run that, got to do all of that. But self-care is soul care. When we care for ourselves, we give our souls what they need. What each soul needs to regenerate, to regroup. We can't even really spend time in prayer. We do drive-bys. Why? Because we're so busy with what has to be done that we're missing, as Jesus told Mary, the needful thing. To be still. To be still. And listen to Jesus. Hear. Be at peace. For when we do that, we give ourselves the juice we need to go back to those things which are assigned to our hands to do without the grudgery of it, without feeling like, oh, I got to do this again, to go back to it with new life, to resurrect, as you will. To no longer feel the drudgery of doing it that presses us down, but to feel the lightness of I get to do this, as opposed to I have to do this. But the only way we can get there is if we put ourselves on our to-do list, and that we take care of the vessel, of the mind, of the spirit, and of the soul. For when we do, we are able to give God the very best us for God to use for God's glory. I pray that helps somebody today. It's been helping me to get to a place where I said, you know what? No matter what it means to somebody else, no matter how it feels to somebody else, they can feel what they want to feel. But I have to remind myself that I'm no good to anybody else if I'm no good to me. As they say, put that in your pot and stir it. And thank you, Rhonda, for being here today and knowing that you needed to hear that. And so I'm grateful to God for the opportunity to just say to us in a very real way, hey, love on you. Take some time to be with you. And then know that once you do it, you're back in the position you need to be to do God's will and to do it with the excellency that God desires and requires of us. So I pray this blessed you today. If it did, please share it and share it and share it and share it, because everybody, that's right there. I can always depend on you to say the right word right when I need it. Amen, everybody. Mighty moments. Selah. Selah is what I'm asking you to do. Find your Selah and be still. Regain all that you need to get back on it and to do it well. Put you on your to-do list and be encouraged. See you soon.